What is so interesting about the calendar this year is that we've just emerged from the 8th day of Pesach, and we emphasize the significance of the number 8. A day later, we're entering into a Shabbat in which we read a portion called the 8th day, and it deals with the 8th day of the inauguration of the sanctuary when God's home on earth was completed. What is so significant about the number 8? Well, everything in Torah has a depth and has a teaching and has a mystical understanding. And if we look at the number 6, 6 represents all of the extreme possibilities in time, in place, and in person. In time, the world was created in 6 days. In space, we've got all the extremities of breadth, depth, and height, which make up the 6 sides of a box, the 6 sides of a dice, all the possibilities of space. And even in the human condition, we have the mystical teachings of the makeup of a human being having 6 emotions, starting from kindness, discipline, splendor, all the different emotions of a human being. That's the number 6. So what does the number 7 do? The number 7 introduces purpose and meaning. And that is why the 7th day in time is Shabbat. It is the inner space. It is the purpose for which all those 6 days of creation came about. There is an order, there is a purpose, there is a value that is beyond and higher, a sanctity that is introduced into all the extremities of time, the 7th day. In space, there is the inner space, where we have a meaning and a purpose for all the directions of space. On Sukkot, when we wave the lulav in all the different 6 directions, each time we bring it close to our heart, because there is an inner meaning of space, which is what the number 7 introduces. And even in the human emotions, the 7th characteristic is malchut, the ability to take one's innate characteristics and convey and communicate and bring it to a purpose. The number 7 takes all the possibilities and infuses it with direction and purpose and sanctity. And then comes the number 8. The number 8 transcends all of that which has been transpiring until then. The number 8 is the octave higher. It is another level completely. That's why everything that represents the supernatural is associated with the number 8. The Brit Milah, the covenant of circumcision, is on the 8th day. And Pesach reaches its crescendo in the 8th day because the festival of liberty and freedom reaches a point that we speak about the world being transformed with the future redemption, with the coming of Mashiach. The world taken to another level completely, not just infused with an aspect of sanctity and purpose, but taking it to another level completely. The number 8 represents our ability to take a world and bring it to the number that transcends this world, even a world infused with the sanctity of the Sabbath, the dimension of the number 7. This week, we talk about the 8th day of the inauguration of the sanctuary of Hashem. It was when the world was able to reach a point that it would transcend itself. It was able to connect to the divine beyond the parameters of a physical world. So we're surrounded by the number 8. We are somehow given the energy and the strength this week to think about our possibilities that are not only all of the events and all of the struggles and all of the abilities that we have infused with the number 7, which is sanctity, but the ability to transcend all of the limitations of our life. May we live up to the challenge of the number 8. Have a beautiful Shabbos.